In a lush green forest, there lived a rabbit who loved to run and hop around. The only thing he ever did was boast about how fast he was. He was so full of himself that he would shout everywhere he went, "I'm the fastest animal in this forest. Does anyone want to race me?" Indeed, the rabbit was incredibly fast with his strong, big feet. But the other animals didn't like his boastful nature at all. Though they disliked it, they had never won a race against him. Every time he crossed the finish line, the rabbit would raise his paws in celebration and declare, "That's right, I've won again because I'm just so fast." The rabbit's bragging started to annoy everyone in the forest. "Okay, he might be the fastest, but his bragging and boasting are really unpleasant," said a squirrel. "Someone needs to teach him a lesson to open his eyes." These talks reached the ears of the tortoise. The tortoise was extremely slow. The distance he crawled in a whole day was probably only what the rabbit could sprint in a minute. But the tortoise was not discouraged. He went to the other animals and said, "I want to race the rabbit." The whole forest was in an uproar. "You want to race him? Even the fastest animals can't beat him, so how can you?" The tortoise smiled calmly. "Just let me handle it, my friends." Slowly, the tortoise went to find the rabbit. "Hello, my friend," the tortoise said. "I've been looking for you." The curious rabbit asked, "Why are you looking for me?" "I heard you are the fastest animal in this forest. Is that true?" "Oh, there's no doubt about that." "Well, to prove it, I want to race you. Let's see who is truly faster." As soon as the tortoise finished speaking, the rabbit burst into laughter. His laughter was so loud that the entire forest could hear it. "Race me? Are you kidding? You can't possibly beat me. By the time I take one step, I'll already be at the finish line." "We will race. You never know what might happen." The rabbit scoffed. "Fine then, let's race tomorrow morning." As the tortoise slowly walked away, the rabbit's arrogant laughter continued to echo. The next morning, all the animals gathered at the racetrack. The tortoise was already there, waiting at the starting line, looking confident and smiling. "Mr. Tortoise, how are you going to win against the rabbit?" "If he's truly as arrogant and boastful as you all say, this race won't be that difficult," the tortoise replied. Soon after, the rabbit arrived at the racetrack, holding a big carrot and with a self-important look on his face. "Let's start the race and get this over with. I haven't even had breakfast yet." After both got into position, a mole gave the signal, and the race began. The rabbit shot off like an arrow. In contrast, the tortoise crawled along very, very slowly, but with strong determination. No one could see the rabbit's shadow. The animals watching the race all thought the tortoise was guaranteed to lose. After a short while, the rabbit stopped and looked behind him. There was no one in sight. The rabbit thought to himself, "It'll probably be night by the time the tortoise gets here. I might as well sit here and eat my carrot." After he finished his carrot, the rabbit looked down the track and saw the tortoise slowly crawling along in the distance. The rabbit grinned and continued to run. He was now close to the finish line. "I feel a bit sleepy after breakfast. Maybe I should lie down under this tree for a nap," the rabbit thought. Overconfident that he would win, the rabbit lay down and fell fast asleep. Meanwhile, the tortoise continued to crawl extremely slowly, but with strong determination. Eventually, the tortoise reached the sleeping rabbit. Seeing him sound asleep, the tortoise didn't stop and continued his race. A while later, the rabbit woke up. He looked around the track but saw no sign of the tortoise. He must have given up, the rabbit thought. "I'd better finish this race." As the rabbit slowly approached the finish line, he was stunned. The tortoise had passed him. In fact, the tortoise was about to reach the finish line. He used all his remaining strength to try to catch up, but it was too late. The tortoise had already crossed the finish line. The animals waiting at the finish line were overjoyed. They cheered, celebrated, and tossed the tortoise into the air. Meanwhile, the rabbit stood in a corner, deeply saddened. The tortoise, the winner, slowly crawled over to the rabbit. "My friend, rabbit," the tortoise said, "paying attention to what you're doing is the most important thing. Arrogance and overconfidence are weaknesses. I didn't win because I was faster, but because I was more focused and serious about what I was doing." The rabbit bowed his head in regret. "You are right. From now on, I will never be boastful again." With that, the rabbit sadly went home. The tortoise smiled and continued on his journey. The rabbit had learned a valuable lesson and realized his mistake. After that day, he never boasted about himself or raced again.